This is Rajkamal Rao again with lesson number 10, Other Ways to Lower Costs. Lowering tuition costs using guaranteed discount tuition plans. In recent years, states like Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, New Mexico, and West Virginia have begun to offer innovative programs typically based on state lottery revenues, which, for qualifying students, can pay 90% of the cost of tuition at a public university for students that graduate from the state. Unlike most other scholarships which distribute funds from a limited pot of money so that the number of awardees is also limited, these programs make awards to any student who qualifies. In effect, it is an entitlement. Regardless of the state, the goals of these plans are largely the same: to attract and retain the best and brightest students in the state, to widen opportunity for higher education by reducing students' financial burdens, to promote and reward academic achievement, and to increase college enrollments and attainment rates. These awards are extremely generous and can cover in-state tuition fees to nearly 90%. Awards are made on top of other reductions of tuition that students already get, such as Pell Grants. The average award in Georgia and West Virginia covers more than 70% of tuition, while most states' average base award amount covers 50% of tuition. Eligibility rules are fairly straightforward: high school GPA, standardized test scores, high school core courses, or community service. These awards are great if you're a student resident in one of these 8 states, but what happens if you're not? Suppose you're a high school student in Washington, Texas, or another state, but you have a parent or guardian who lives in one of these 8 states. Can you still qualify? In general, yes, although the qualification rules vary by state. In Georgia, you should become a legal resident of the state through a parent or guardian and have attained at least a 75% score on your SAT or ACT exams. Check each state's website for exceptions. These funds are a great way to lower costs. Next, we will look at lowering tuition costs by studying abroad. Studying abroad is not for everyone, but it is an option to place on a college-bound student's table. For students who are interested in a foreign language, such as German, French, Chinese, Japanese, Portuguese, or Spanish, studying abroad is the way to go. The ability to get immersed in the foreign country's culture, history, and society when studying, living, and perhaps working is unsurpassed. Until about 10 years ago, studying in a foreign country meant that you had to learn in that country's language. But in recent years, foreign universities have recognized the need to offer programs in English as English has slowly taken hold as the international language of choice. These countries always had generous programs to subsidize tuition or even eliminate tuition for their own residents. 7 countries, including Germany, Finland, Norway, Slovenia, Brazil, and some regions in France, extend this tuition benefit to foreign students as well. Tuition is 100% free or heavily discounted. At most foreign institutions, you can generally borrow money using both subsidized and unsubsidized US federal loans to pay for college and living expenses, as though you were attending a US college. Loan servicing and repayment will be in the US. For EU colleges, check out the EU website. Tuition in Estonia, Slovenia, and some areas of France is free. Tuition in German universities is free or very low. You can study in English Just look for English language programs. Learning German is a bonus. You still have to pay to live, though. The other advantage in Germany is that Germany's co-op model links industry to academia so that many students have an opportunity to intern at companies and later even obtain jobs. Studying abroad by paying very little or no tuition is a great way to improve ROI. True, living costs in many European cities are higher than their American counterparts, but if the total cost of attendance can be reduced by 50% or more, this option becomes attractive. Tuition in Norway is also free. Norway offers nearly 250 bachelor's programs taught in English. Public universities in Norway charge no tuition fee even for foreign students. You still have to pay to live, though. Or you may want to consider getting an engineering or technology degree in India, where tuition is very affordable, cost of living is low, and these schools are some of the best in the country. All instruction is in English. There is another way to lower tuition costs, and these are called work study colleges. The College of the Ozarks, Berea College, and Alice Lloyd College have a unique model. You agree to work while you study, and these colleges do not charge you any tuition at all so that you graduate debt free. The work is coordinated by work supervisors on campus. Students work 15 hours per week and two 40-hour work weeks during the academic year. If students participate in the summer work program, these hours are applied towards room and board charges for the upcoming academic year. So even your cost of attendance is essentially paid off. Other examples of schools that follow this model are Berea College or Alice Lloyd College. Some of these colleges restrict admission to students based on region, so consult their websites first if you can be eligible. Finally, if you meet income qualifications, private colleges may be better than public universities. A student attending a state school in another state as a non-resident may be better off going to a private college instead, if costs alone were a concern. In some cases, a student from a low or mid-income family may consider a private college over even a state school, although he is a state resident. Take a look at this table. Tuition at Harvard costs a Texas low-income student just $3,386 a year, far less than Texas A&M's $10,000. As we said, if you can qualify, take advantage of the many private college offers for low and middle income families. There are many colleges doing a lot of work in this area. The key takeaways from this lesson are that there are several creative ways to lower tuition costs. Obtaining need-based financial assistance from your target school through FAFSA is not the only way. Remember, fewer dollars spent on education mean a lower loan burden, quicker payoff, and a higher return on investment. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.